Hey everybody, it's Marshall Mike here. This is going to be my Arrow Season 4, Episode 5 review rundown. A whole lot of stuff went down, including Matt Ryan. He was in the episode. Spoiler alert, if you have not seen this episode yet, just because I'm going to be running down a lot that happened. Other than that, let's get started. So this, I can't even talk. So this episode, pretty much set up, 1, magic in the Flareverse, 2, Sara, more White Canary stuff, and also, just set up a bunch of stuff like that. Also kind of progressing this in the flashbacks a little bit. Not that much, but we do have an idea of where it's going to go, kind of. Which is why I'm going to talk about the flashbacks first. Because the flashbacks had more story than present day. We got a whole lot of stuff in the flashbacks, more than present day. Like, present day was pretty much fixing Sara, but the flashbacks introduced John Constantine to Oliver. We got the, Orb of Forest, or I can't even remember what it was called, like the Orb of whatever it was called, I don't even know. But yeah, so let's start with the flashbacks. So of course, in the flashbacks, Clocklin was going to, of course, tell on Oliver, as, we already knew that was going to happen. Although, it was, Baron was actually kind of busy because of John Constantine. Matt Ryan is back. It was crazy. Like, I feel like this episode was so good because of John Constantine. Like, for instance, if we got a whole different magic character, like, I don't even know, like, just a random magic character, I feel like it wouldn't be half as good as it was. Like, John Constantine is the reason why this episode did well. Matt Ryan, completely amazing in this episode. Now, he's filming a movie, I hear, or something like that, so he's doing some kind of movie thing, and like this Broadway play or whatever, so he's not going to be back for a long time. Like, I don't think he might ever come back on Arrow. It's like, when you have a character, like, for example, Huntress, for example, that's a character that has been on, like, guest stars, and then leaves, and you haven't seen her in a while, they usually don't come back. Like Huntress, we have no idea where the cat hair she is, so we don't know where she is. So that means, like, for Constantine, came on the show, but he's leaving, so it's like, he might not ever come back. So, it just depends on if they want to have Constantine come back. Like, he could go on Legends tomorrow, although that's more of, like, Rip Hunter stuff, and, kind of time traveling and stuff like that, so that's not really where I'd put John Constantine. So, this was really good to have this opportunity to have him on the show before it gets too crazy, and Matt Ryan just can't come back anymore. Now, with the flashbacks, he was, like I said, kidnapped by Baron. He gets away with Oliver, taking him as hostage. They end up going with this map that Oliver knows all the locations to, and there are magical places all over the island. Now, we didn't know about this the first, 3 seasons. Now that Oliver's back, he finds out that there are magical places all over the island. It's a magic mysticism location, or mystic location, you could say. So now we know that there's, like, magic all over the island. So, how did we not notice that, like, in the first few seasons? I have no idea. But, like, I guess these locations are hidden, because this one in the episode was hidden, and Constantine had to do, like, this special magic spell. So it's like, what's going on is that they're probably hidden magic locations, and there's probably, like, hidden artifacts and caves and stuff all over the island. So we're probably going to have to see that later on. Because we, like, on the first few seasons of Arrow, we kind of got to know the island, but we didn't, like, explore the island. Like, it's a huge island. We know that. It's pretty big. So we didn't get to do all the big stuff of the island, so we're probably going to get to see more. Like, I want to see, like, these caves. I want to see more magical stuff going on the island. It's really cool. I hope they keep going with that story. But Constantine ends up doing, like, a whole bunch of craziness with the handcuff trick, and then he handcuffs Oliver, and Oliver does his own handcuff trick, and then it's like, they get this scepter, or, whatever you want to call it. It's actually, like, I think in the comics it was the Eye of Horus. And, like, there was, like, a whole bunch of Horus stuff in the comics, like the Claws of Horus with Hawkman. Although those were separate, like, it's like, I don't remember if he called it in the episode. I don't remember what Constantine called it. I think it was, like, the Eye of Horus, or, like, no, he didn't say that, like the orb or scepter, I don't know what he said, but he said something like that, and it was Horus, and it goes all the way back to, like, a long time ago in the comics. It's like this long time thing, where it's like, oh my gosh, craziness. So anyway, yeah, but he gets the artifact, breaks it, gives it to Oliver, but funny thing is, he actually gets the scepter part, takes his tattoo, and puts it on Oliver. We know how he got that tattoo now. So, he actually said that that was an insurance policy, and that he'll know when to use it and how to use it in time. So, is that tattoo magic? Is Oliver gonna have a little bit of like a one-time magic deal where Oliver uses magic? I don't know how it's gonna go down, but we might have to see. Because I think Oliver still has the tattoo, so what if he uses it in present day, or what's gonna happen with that? I have no idea. I just can't wait though. Constantine ends up leaving somehow. He says something about leaving, and Oliver stays. Now we can only expect that Clocklin's gonna tell Baron about all the stuff about Oliver, and like the next episode, see what's gonna happen with that. So that's gonna be exciting. Now on to present day. Okay, so in present day going on right now, we got a whole lot of stuff to run down. We got kind of like a Black Canary, Green Arrow story to like kind of run down, and a little bit of like, White Canary setting up, seeding for White Canary later on. So let's talk about it. So obviously we know that Sara was off her leash, off her chain. She'd go crazy. She'd go cray-cray. She'd take down these two thugs. She tries to choke out this like big belly burger waitress. It's craziness. And she ends up like leaving, and it's like, what's happening? Like, there's this blonde woman, like, killing people, and so Oliver suits up for that. Laurel's trying to find her, kind of, it's like, then Oliver cannot shoot her because it is Sara, and then he ends up kind of judging them a little bit about going to Nana Parbat, or Nana Parbat, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Like, I think, that's the whole point of this Laurel-Oliver story, Laurel, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what it's called. But yeah, it's a little bit of this big Black Canary, Green Arrow story, this, episode, where you got the Thea stuff that's going on with her, but then behind the scenes we get, a bunch of stuff with what's going on with Oliver and Laurel, where it's like, you don't think of me as an equal. I feel like I feel like they've been setting this up. Laurel, not that great of a fighter. Laurel, not that smart when it comes to, like, magical things that she doesn't understand. Like, she's a smart person. Obviously, she's, like, a lawyer, or she was a lawyer, or whatever. And so, she's smart, but she's not smart when it comes to things like this. Like, she hasn't experienced as much as the others of Team Arrow have experienced, I guess. Like, she's only been active as a vigilante since Season 3, so it's not really that big of a deal. I think Laurel isn't equal. Like, I really like Laurel. She's, like, one of my favorite characters. It goes from, like, Laurel, kind of like to, like, I feel like Diggle's getting less of a character right now, but it's, like, Laurel, Felicity, Oliver, a little bit of Speedy. Like, it's, like, the characters aren't getting that big of a thing this season right now. It's, like, I can't pick which one's my favorite, like, what ranks I can totally rank The Flash. Like, it's, like, Barry is first, obviously, in my book. Then it's, like, Caitlin and Cisco are, like, equal, so it's, like, it's kind of hard to rate Arrow right now, the characters in that, rather than it is on other shows like The Flash or Supergirl or whatever. But this Laurel-Oliver story kind of leads into, you don't think of me as an equal, and Oliver's like, I do, but it's like this, it just goes on this ongoing battle where Laurel doesn't want to take judgment, and Laurel wants to be an equal, and, she thinks Oliver doesn't think of her that way. One thing is that I've had a complaint over a lot over Season 4, and, like, actually Season 3 too, is that Laurel is not a very good fighter. Like, we had this big thing where Nyssa was gonna train Laurel, but then we just drop it, and it's just, like, drop dead. And it's just like, what the heck happened? It's like Black Canary is supposed to be one of the best fighters in the Justice League. I think that what they did is that when they came up with Canary and not Black Canary, it was kind of like, okay, we have Sara as Canary, let's give the good fighting to her, give her, like, all the martial arts stuff, and just have Laurel just be his vigilante. But I don't like that. Like, she has the title of Black Canary, Laurel does, so she should fight like her, too. So I think either Oliver or Nyssa Nyssa's probably in prison right now because of what she did to the Lazarus Pit, so Oliver's probably gonna have to train Laurel like he is Thea right now, so, or kind of, like, Thea's kind of sparring with Oliver, so that can happen with Laurel too, like, please. But anyway, yeah, so then, like, Thea ends up going up against Sara a little bit this episode. White Canary versus Speedy. It's, like, craziness going on, and it's, like, she's choking her out, all this crazy stuff's going on right now, and then she gets hospitalized. Sara comes back in, and Thea literally says, just do it, kill me, whatever. It's like, are you really willing to give your life to Sara? So it's like, later on in the episode, Thea's safe in the Arrow Cave, of course, and yeah, they get Sara, and Oliver calls up John Constantine, and he's like, we need a restoration of her soul. And I love John Constantine in this episode because of how great he is. It's, like, so much fun to watch him, like, the peacock feather moment, the lighter, the comments about Felicity, Thea, and Laurel, just all these things are just funny. And then they end up going in the spirit world, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what it is, and they end up saving Sara, and binding her soul back to her body, which is really interesting. So we're probably going to get more of Katie Lotz in, like, further episodes, maybe. I don't know what they're going to do with that, but hopefully we see more of her. We actually got this big fight scene with John Constantine with the swords and stuff. I dig it. I really dig this episode because of John Constantine. I hope someday in the future, like season 5 or whatever, we get Constantine back because he's so good. Or, you know what? A lot of people have been saying, give Constantine a Netflix show. It's like DC doesn't have Netflix series, but Marvel does. So, like, I don't know. It feels like everybody would like watching a DC show as well on Netflix. Or, like, maybe Hulu. Hulu's picking up Mindy Project. Why can't we get, like, a Constantine thing? Like, just bring Matt Ryan back. Or, like, Legends of Tomorrow. Whatever you have to do. Like, come on. So, yeah. Or, like, what if they turn the Justice League Dark film tying into the, like, the TV universe? It's like, Justice League Dark's not really going to be a part of the movies, so, like, why can't we do Constantine in the movie and then tie that movie, only that movie, back to the TV shows? I don't know. But I like seeing John Constantine in this episode. Now on to Mr. Terrific stuff, Ray Palmer stuff, all that junk. So, big stuff going on. Before I talk about the Mr. Terrific stuff, I actually forgot. John Constantine actually said this Easter egg in the episode where he's like, I actually did one of these restoration soul binding things like a year ago. So, it's like, that's kind of like a thing where it's like, I don't know. I haven't watched Constantine before, the actual show. I probably should because it like, Matt Ryan's really good. I really wasn't that interested into it when it first came. So, I don't know. But if you guys like think I should watch it, totally comment down below. But did he do one of those soul restoration things in the show? Like, is that what he's trying to say? Like, it's tying into that? Because I feel like right now, like, if that did happen, if he did the restoration in the show, in season 1, that basically confirms that Constantine is in the same, universe as, as the Arrowverse. And the reason why I say that is because Constantine, we only got Matt Ryan. We didn't see any other characters. So, with that little Easter egg thing, we kind of confirmed that the whole show is in this Flareoverse. So, hopefully that's what's going on here. Or, it could be like a reference to the show being canceled and we never saw that. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but we got a little Easter egg. So, comment down below if he actually did one of those restoration things like he did with Sara in the actual episode. Or not in the episode, in Constantine Season 1. But anyway, talking about Mr. Terrific and Felicity. So, going on with this, Mr. Terrific reveals he's a bronze decathlon or whatever he said. I don't even remember what he said. But, like an athlete or whatever, I don't know. But we actually see him with the Fair Play jacket from the comics. We actually see that jacket. Oh my gosh. Like, we actually see it. I didn't expect to see that jacket till, like, a long time. But we actually saw it, like, right there. So, we got the jacket, and he's super smart, obviously. He's kind of athletic, I guess. So he's going to be making a great Mr. Terrific once he gets on with the... Like, I don't know when they're going to make him Mr. Terrific. Probably by the end of Season 4, but whatever. So that'll be really interesting to see. He also gets on to trying to, like, decode the message of Ray Palmer. And he drinks all those energy drinks. I'm surprised his heart's not bouncing out of his chest right there. And Felicity comes in. They find out Ray is alive. And next week is going to be a Ray Palmer episode with Damien Dark. All that jazz. It's going to be super exciting. So, yeah, but that's pretty much all that was in this episode. Really good one. I actually really like this one, mainly because of John Constantine. Comment down below if you guys were excited for Matt Ryan being back and what you guys thought of the episode overall. Links up there to my Twitter, my Instagram, my Vine. I'm dumb. Not links up there. It's actually links down there for my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, and vlog channel. So go follow and subscribe to those. The links up there are actually my Arrow videos and some other videos as well. Had like this weird moment with my brain. I don't even know. Updates. I'm actually posting my Star Wars Rebels video soon, so don't forget that that's coming up. So, yeah. Other than that, like if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.